I'm Jake Wolf, a sophomore on the men's basketball team. Welcome to Bedtime with the Bisons. Before we get started, I got a few questions from our junior Bisons. The first being what my favorite cereal is. If I had to pick a favorite cereal, it would definitely be Reese's Puffs. You can't beat the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate. The second question was what my favorite superhero was, and that would have to be Spider-Man, because when I was little, I had little gloves that shot out strings, just like Spider-Man, so has to be him. My favorite animal would definitely have to be a wolf, obviously because my last name, I have to ride with it. So now, with that being said, let's get into this book. It's called The Cool Bean. Watch out, here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Yow. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together even though you're not totally sure why. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. They were too big. I slicked my hair back. Too slick. I strutted around. Ow, ow. And I swaggered. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued being cool. I mean, sure, I missed them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went, until one day. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh no, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then, everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. The end. So what did you guys like about the book, The Cool Bean? I liked how the cool bean was able to make friends with those that weren't even like him, but they made him feel accepted and loved, even though they were different. And I think that's a very powerful message that we can all learn from. But now I think it's time for you little ones to get to bed. Before I get out of here, I'm going to sign this book, and we're going to hand it out at one of the games to the Junior Bisons. So if you're not a part of the Junior Bisons yet, talk to your parents and get your parents to help you figure all that out, so you can be a part of this giveaway. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and go Bisons.